Hey Theater Geeks, I'm Emily and welcome to Musical Mondays. Today I decided to try something a little different. I have this book. This book is called The Broadway Musical Quiz Book by Laura Francos. This book should be titled The Very Impossible Broadway Musical Quiz Book because the quizzes in this book are ridiculously difficult. So I decided to probably embarrass myself on camera by knowing none of the answers to one of the quizzes in this book. The quiz I'm going to do is called the 2000s. So let's get started. The producers set records at the Tonys. How many did it win? And my choices are 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15 Tonys. I'm pretty sure that it won 12 Tonys. All right, the next question is about Urinetown, and the question is, who among the following characters did not take a trip to Urinetown? Okay, well, hopefully Cop Song will help me out with this. All right, A, Julie Cassidy, definitely took a trip to Urinetown. B, Joseph Oldman Strong, also definitely took a trip to Urinetown. C, Little Becky Two Shoes, definitely survived the whole show and therefore did not take a trip to Urinetown. Gonna go with that. D and E are Roger Roosevelt and Jacob Rosenblum, which are also both mentioned in Cop Song. So C, Little Becky Two Shoes. All right, the next question is about Hairspray. Which of the following was not an influence on the design elements for Hairspray? All right, the Light Bright toy. I could definitely see that being part of Hairspray's design element. Peter Max's artwork. I don't know who Peter Max is, so, okay, Necco wafers. Okay, that one's probably definitely one. Boris's Arson's set designs for Do Re Mi. I don't know anything about the musical Do Re Mi, so I do not know. And C, Formstone, a type of faux stone exterior siding. I'm gonna say that Light Bright toy and Necco wafers probably definitely are. I'm trying to think if there was any like weird exterior stone in Hairspray's set design from what I remember. I'd only seen pictures from the original Broadway production, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with that because that seems a little weird for Hairspray. All right, Broadway bonus. The designers for Hairspray tried using something on stage that corresponded to a lyric in Good Morning Baltimore that was ultimately cut before opening because it looked too Disney. Hal Prince tried and also rejected the same element, though in a different format, in The Phantom of the Opera. What was it? Okay, the only thing I can think of is the rats on the streets all dance around my feet in Good Morning Baltimore. So I think it's probably Dancing Rats. The next question is about Avenue Q, and the question is, which two 1940s shows does Rod mention during If You Were Gay? One is Pal Joey, the other is, I think, High Button Shoes. It didn't give me options, so I'm just guessing. All right, the next question is about Spamalot, based on Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And the question is, what gorgeous guy was originally slated for Galahad during Spamalot's tryout run in Chicago, but had to bow out? The answer choices are Rola Sparza, Brian Darcy James, Cheyenne Jackson, Jason Delaney, or Douglas Sills. You know what? I'm gonna say Cheyenne Jackson, just because I think he's the hunkiest of the men on that list, and I don't know the answer. The next question is about Light in the Piazza, and it is, Clara falls for a young Italian Fabrizio, who complains to his father that he wishes he were more like an American movie star. Which one? A, Farley Granger. B, Gary Cooper. C, Van Johnson. D, Gregory Peck, or E, John Wayne. I think it's probably Gregory Peck or John Wayne. I'm not familiar with Light and Piazza enough to know the answer to this question. I'm gonna say John Wayne. The next question is about Dry as a Chaperone, and the question is, why did Foster choose to do a one-handed cartwheel among other stunts she performs in Show Off? So I think maybe because she was holding something in one hand, so she did a one-handed cartwheel instead of a regular cartwheel because she was holding something. I actually don't know. The next question is about Grey Gardens, and it is, which song was not in the off-Broadway production? The choices are Another Winter in a Summer Town, Drift Away, Revolutionary Costume, Goin' Places, and Will You? I don't know, I'm not that familiar with Grey Gardens. particularly not familiar with the differences between the off-Broadway production and the Broadway production. So I'm gonna say revolutionary costume. I don't know for sure, but we'll see. The next question is about Spring Awakening. Director Mayer staged the shows so that some members of the audience were allowed to sit on the stage in the midst of the action. What was the explanation behind this? A, he thought they were in line for the rent lottery. B, they represent adult authority. C, they represent the spirit of life. D, they represent community. E, they are on the wait list for Herr Professor Knockenbrock's Latin class. All right, this question's a little silly. I'm pretty sure it's the D, they represent community. And another Broadway bonus. What did John Gallagher Jr. do with his handheld mic during The Bitch of Living on Spring Awakening's opening night at the Eugene O'Neill? I think it's probably he either dropped it or he like motioned that he was jerking it off, because that would fit with the song, which would be funny, but I'm gonna say he dropped it. He probably dropped it. All right, the last question is about In the Heights. Where was Nina a student? And that one I know for sure is Stanford, because she says it like 20 gajillion times in the show. And the answer choices were UCLA, Stanford, Caltech, UC Santa Barbara, or Tate College, and I know for a fact that it is Stanford. All right, let's see how terribly I did on this quiz. Okay, first question. How many Tonys did the producers win? Answer, B, 12. Wonderful, got that one right. The next question I know I got right. Urinetown, who didn't go to Urinetown? Little Becky Two Shoes. All right, the next question, the weird question about who influenced Hairspray's set design. The answer is B, Peter Max's artwork. Got that one wrong. Apparently Peter Max's artwork is too late for the early 1960s setting. I feel like that would have been better if like I knew who Peter Max was. But let's see if I got the Broadway bonus. The Broadway bonus, Tracy sings about rats on the sidewalk, so they tried putting actors in dancing rat suits. Wow, I didn't go that far. I thought that's crazy, but I was right. It is about the rats dancing on the streets. Do Disney. All right, Rod mentions Pal Joey in high button shoes. Look at me go. Good on that. All right, who was supposed to be in Monty Python? Apparently it is Douglas Sills. Okay, didn't know that one. Fabrizio wants to look like Van Johnson. Got that one wrong too. Why did Sutton Foster do a one-handed cartwheel? Apparently she fell and broke her wrist. That's ridiculous. I broke my wrist, so I'm gonna opt for the one-handed cartwheel. That's all right, Sutton Foster. You're too perfect. You're too insane. That's ridiculous. Question 8 was, which song was not in the off-Broadway production of Grey Gardens? It's Goin' Places. Again, I don't know Grey Gardens that well, so I don't even know that song. Answer to number 9. What do the people on stage during Spring Awakening represent? And it is D, they represent the community. All right, good, got that one right. Oh, and apparently John Gallagher Jr. chipped his front teeth with his mic. Damn, that sucks. And Nina in the Heights, of course, was a student at Stanford. I got 4 questions right. No, I got 5 questions right. I'm counting wrong. I got 5 questions right and 1 of the bonus questions. So out of 12 questions in this quiz, I got 6 right. That's a solid 50%. That was a hard quiz. All right, so let me know in the comments down below if you liked what I just did. The rest of the quizzes in this book are equally as difficult, if not significantly more difficult. So maybe if you liked the quiz format, maybe I'll just find some other quizzes that aren't quite so hard. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more Musical Mondays.